Nothing escalates our fascination with the past, quite like discovering what lies beneath our feet. For centuries, archaeologists and explorers have been unearthing civilizations, artifacts, and mysteries that challenge our understanding of human history. From ancient temples hidden in dense jungles to underwater cities swallowed by rising seas, these discoveries reveal that our planet holds secrets far more profound than we ever imagined. Lost worlds aren't just the stuff of fiction or Hollywood movies. They're real places that once teemed with life, innovation, and culture, only to vanish through catastrophe, climate change, or the simple passage of time. Today, we're diving into some of the most remarkable lost worlds ever unearthed and the profound implications they have for how we understand our place in history. Let's begin with Göbekli Tepe in southeastern Turkey, a site that has single-handedly rewritten our understanding of prehistoric human capabilities. Discovered in 1994, this monumental complex of stone circles and T-shaped pillars dates back to around 9500 BCE, making it over 11,000 years old. That's nearly 7,000 years older than Stonehenge and 6,000 years before the Great Pyramid of Giza. The truly mind-boggling aspect is that Göbekli Tepe was built by hunter-gatherers, not by settled agricultural societies that we previously thought necessary for such monumental architecture. The massive T-shaped pillars, some standing 18 feet tall and weighing up to 16 tons, are adorned with intricate carvings of animals, abstract symbols, and human-like figures. The precision and artistry displayed in these carvings suggest a level of sophistication that historians once believed impossible for hunter-gatherer societies. What's even more perplexing is that after being used for approximately 1,500 years, the entire complex was deliberately buried under thousands of tons of dirt and debris. Why would a prehistoric people invest enormous resources and effort to create such a magnificent structure, only to intentionally hide it from future generations? German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt, who led excavations at Göbekli Tepe until his death in 2014, proposed that the site functioned as a temple, perhaps the world's first. This suggests that complex religious or spiritual practices may have preceded agriculture, flipping the conventional narrative that organized religion emerged only after humans settled into farming communities. In Schmidt's words, first came the temple, then the city. This revolutionary idea forces us to reconsider the driving forces behind human civilization. Perhaps it wasn't just the practical need for food security that pushed humans to build permanent settlements, but also spiritual or social imperatives. Only about 5 to 10% of Göbekli Tepe has been excavated so far, meaning the site likely holds many more secrets waiting to be discovered. Ground-penetrating radar has revealed at least 16 more stone circles buried beneath the surface. What other revelations might emerge as excavations continue? And how many more of our assumptions about prehistoric human capabilities will be challenged? Moving from the ancient highlands of Turkey to the depths of the Mediterranean, we encounter another lost world that has captivated imaginations for millennia, the legendary city of Atlantis. While many dismiss Atlantis as mere myth, recent underwater discoveries across the Mediterranean have revealed numerous submerged cities that share striking similarities with Plato's famous description. One of the most remarkable is Pavlopetri, located off the southern coast of Greece. Dating back to around 3000 BCE, this underwater Bronze Age city contains intact buildings, courtyards, streets, tombs, and religious structures spread across 9 acres of seabed. What makes Pavlopetri extraordinary is not just its preservation, but its sophistication. The city featured a complex urban plan with streets at right angles and evidence of advanced water management systems. It was likely a thriving maritime trading center before being submerged, possibly due to earthquakes and subsequent land subsidence. Another submerged city, Heraklion, also known as Thonis, was discovered in 2000 off Egypt's coast in Abu Qir Bay. Once a vital port city, Heraklion vanished beneath the waves around 1,200 years ago. Archaeologists have recovered over 700 anchors, 64 ancient shipwrecks, gold coins, weights made from bronze and stone, giant statues of gods, goddesses, and pharaohs, sarcophagi, and the remains of a massive temple to the god Amun-Gareb. The city's submergence was likely caused by a combination of earthquakes, soil liquefaction, and rising sea levels. These underwater cities raise profound questions about how many more lost settlements might lie beneath our oceans. With sea levels having risen approximately 120 meters since the last ice age, vast coastal areas where humans would have naturally settled are now underwater. Some researchers estimate that we may have lost up to 40% of our archaeological record to rising seas. A sobering thought about how incomplete our understanding of human history might be. While underwater archaeology presents one frontier in discovering lost worlds, remote sensing technologies are revealing hidden cities in some of the most challenging terrestrial environments. The dense jungles of Central America, for instance, have long concealed the full extent of Maya civilization. In 2018, LiDAR, light detection and ranging technology, which uses laser pulses to penetrate dense forest canopy and map ground features, revealed over 60,000 previously unknown Maya structures in Guatemala's Petén region. This groundbreaking survey showed that the Maya civilization was far more extensive and densely populated than previously thought, with an estimated population of 10 to 15 million people at its peak, comparable to ancient China or Egypt. The LiDAR data revealed complex irrigation systems, defensive walls, and elevated highways connecting urban centers. These findings suggest the Maya transformed their landscape on a scale previously unimagined, challenging the notion that the Amazon and other tropical forests were largely untouched by human activity before European contact. Similar LiDAR surveys in Cambodia have revealed the true extent of Angkor, once the capital of the Khmer Empire. At its peak in the 12th century, Angkor may have been the largest pre-industrial city in the world, covering an area roughly the size of modern-day Los Angeles and supporting a population of up to 1 million people. The LiDAR data revealed an elaborate hydraulic system of reservoirs, canals, and water management features that allowed this massive urban complex to thrive in a monsoon climate with distinct wet and dry seasons. What's particularly fascinating about Angkor is how its eventual abandonment in the 15th century may offer lessons for our own civilization. Evidence suggests that the city's downfall was partly due to infrastructure failure. The very hydraulic system that enabled its growth became increasingly complex and difficult to maintain, especially when faced with changing climate patterns. When parts of the system began to fail, cascading effects may have rendered large portions of the city uninhabitable, forcing a gradual exodus to other regions. The story of Angkor reminds us that even the most sophisticated civilizations can collapse when faced with a combination of environmental challenges and infrastructure vulnerabilities. A sobering parallel to challenges we face today with climate change and aging infrastructure in many parts of the world. While jungles and oceans have preserved many lost worlds, some of the most enigmatic ancient sites are found in the harshest environments on Earth. The Taklamakan Desert in western China, often called the Sea of Death, seems an unlikely place for archaeological treasures. Yet this forbidding landscape has yielded some of the most well-preserved mummies and artifacts ever discovered, thanks to its extreme aridity. The Tarim Basin mummies, dating from 1800 BCE to 200 CE, have challenged conventional understanding of ancient migration patterns. These mummies have European features, fair hair, long noses, and non-Asian skeletal characteristics, yet they were found in what is now Western China. DNA analysis has confirmed their Western Eurasian ancestry, suggesting extensive contact and migration across the Eurasian continent thousands of years earlier than previously thought. The mummies were found with remarkably preserved clothing, including plaid woolen textiles that resemble Celtic patterns, leather boots, felt hats, and even trousers, one of the earliest known examples of this garment. These findings suggest that the ancient Silk Road may have been active much earlier than the commonly accepted date of 130 BCE, when it was officially established during China's Han Dynasty. Perhaps even more remarkable are the manuscripts discovered in this region. The Dunhuang manuscripts, found in a sealed cave in 1900, include over 50,000 documents spanning from the 5th to the 11th century CE, written in multiple languages including Chinese, Tibetan, Sanskrit, Sogdian, and Khotanese. These texts provide unprecedented insights into the religious, cultural, and commercial exchanges along the Silk Road. Among the documents are the world's oldest dated printed book, star charts, mathematical treatises, folk songs, and even a manual on Chinese bureaucracy. The preservation of these materials in such pristine condition, some still with their original thread bindings intact, is nothing short of miraculous. It's as if a comprehensive library from a millennium ago was frozen in time, offering us a direct window into a lost world of cultural exchange and intellectual ferment that connected East and West long before the modern era of globalization. While deserts preserve through dryness, bogs and marshes preserve through oxygen-deprived environments that prevent decomposition. The bog bodies of Northern Europe, naturally mummified human remains found in peat bogs, offer some of the most intimate glimpses into ancient lives and deaths. These bodies, some dating back to 8000 BCE, are often so well preserved that researchers can determine what the individuals ate for their last meal, the diseases they suffered from, and even the cause of death. Many bog bodies show evidence of violent deaths, strangulation, throat slitting, blunt force trauma, suggesting they may have been ritual sacrifices or executed criminals. Tolland Man, discovered in Denmark in 1950 and dating to around 400 BCE, was found with the rope used to hang him still around his neck. His facial features were so well preserved that he appears to be merely sleeping, creating an uncanny connection across 2,400 years. What makes bog bodies particularly valuable to archaeologists is that they preserve not just bones, but soft tissues, hair, clothing, and personal possessions. Lindo Man, found in England in 1984, still had his beard and fingernails intact after nearly 2,000 years in the bog. His last meal, a partially baked bread containing mistletoe pollen, may have been part of a ritual before his death, as mistletoe was sacred to the Druids. These remarkably preserved individuals remind us that archaeology isn't just about grand monuments or treasure-filled tombs. It's about understanding the lives, beliefs, and sometimes violent ends of ordinary people from lost worlds. Each bog body represents an individual with a unique story, connecting us directly to our ancestors in ways that stone ruins or pottery shards cannot. Some lost worlds remain lost, not because they're hidden under jungle canopies or ocean waters, but because they're buried beneath modern cities. Urban archaeology presents unique challenges and opportunities, as excavations often occur during construction projects, revealing layer upon layer of previous settlements. In London, the construction of the Shard skyscraper in 2012 uncovered Roman bathhouses, medieval tanneries, and Tudor knitting workshops. In Mexico City, built atop the Aztec capital of Tenochtitlan, construction of a new metro line in 2009 revealed a circular temple to Ehecatl, the Aztec wind god, along with the remains of 50 individuals sacrificed to the deity. Perhaps the most dramatic example of urban archaeology comes from Alexandria, Egypt. In 1994, archaeologist Frank Gaudio began mapping the ancient harbor of Alexandria and discovered the submerged remains of the royal quarter, including what may be Cleopatra's palace. Just offshore in Alexandria's eastern harbor, divers found thousands of architectural elements, statues, and artifacts from the Ptolemaic and Roman periods, including massive granite blocks believed to be from the Lighthouse of Alexandria, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. These urban excavations reveal how cities evolve over time, with each generation building atop the ruins of their predecessors. They also demonstrate how catastrophic events, earthquakes, tsunamis, invasions, can cause dramatic urban transformations, with entire districts abandoned or repurposed. The layered nature of these sites provides a vertical timeline of human occupation, allowing archaeologists to track changes in technology, trade patterns, diet, and social organization over centuries or even millennia. As we've explored these lost worlds, from Göbekli Tepe to submerged cities, from jungle-covered Maya complexes to mummies preserved in desert sands, a common thread emerges. Our understanding of human history is constantly evolving as new discoveries challenge established narratives. The pace of these revelations has accelerated dramatically in recent decades, thanks to technological advances in remote sensing, underwater archaeology, genetic analysis, and dating methods. What other lost worlds might still await discovery? possibilities are tantalizing. Satellite imagery has identified thousands of potential archaeological sites across the Middle East and North Africa that have yet to be excavated. Ground-penetrating radar has detected anomalies beneath the Giza Plateau in Egypt that could represent undiscovered chambers or structures. Underwater archaeologists have barely scratched the surface of what might lie beneath our oceans, seas, and lakes. As climate change accelerates the melting of glaciers and ice sheets, previously inaccessible archaeological sites are being revealed in high mountain passes and Arctic regions. In Norway's Oppland County, retreating ice has exposed thousands of artifacts dating back to 4000 BCE, including arrows, clothing, and even preserved skis. While this presents unprecedented opportunities for archaeological discovery, it also creates urgent challenges for preservation, as organic materials rapidly deteriorate once exposed to the elements after millennia in ice. The secrets buried beneath our feet are not just academic curiosities, they offer valuable lessons for our present and future. The hydraulic engineering of Angkor, the sustainable agricultural practices of the Amazon, the architectural innovations of ancient Rome, all represent solutions to challenges that humans have faced repeatedly throughout history. By understanding how past civilizations adapted to changing environments, managed resources, and organized complex societies, we gain insights that might help us navigate our own global challenges. Moreover, these discoveries remind us of the resilience and ingenuity of human societies throughout time. They show that sophisticated knowledge systems, technological innovation, and complex social organization have emerged independently across the globe. They also humble us by revealing how even the most powerful civilizations can collapse when faced with environmental change, resource depletion, or social upheaval. As we continue to unearth lost worlds, we're not just filling gaps in our historical knowledge, we're gaining a deeper understanding of what it means to be human. Each discovery connects us to our ancestors, revealing their triumphs and failures, their artistic expressions and technological innovations, their spiritual beliefs and social structures. In doing so, archaeology doesn't just illuminate the past, it helps us reflect on our present and consider our future. The ground beneath our feet holds countless more stories waiting to be told. With each new excavation, each application of cutting-edge technology to ancient sites, we come closer to understanding the rich tapestry of human experience across time. The lost worlds we've already unearthed have transformed our understanding of history, and those yet to be discovered may hold even greater revelations about our shared human journey.